Happy Friday. We're going to count down the top 10 videos of the week this morning. It's January 27th. My name is Kim MacDonald. Glad to have you along. We've been talking about the lack of cold across much of the country. This hasn't been a typical Canadian winter for most major cities, but it has been cold enough, believe it or not, in Fergus, Ontario, just north of Guelph, to do some ice fishing, and it looks fairly successful at that. This is Bellwood Lake, and it's in the Bellwood Lake Conservation Area. Now, the ice has to be at least 10 centimeters thick. This particular ice is 25, I believe. But, I've been thinking that it hasn't been cold enough and that the ice hasn't been safe enough, but I guess when the water's shallow enough, it will freeze. By the way, this half hour is brought to you in part by Subway. Let's get to the watches and warnings across the country. There's lots to talk about. This major system is bringing rain right now to Fergus, Ontario, and much of southern areas of the province along the lake shore of Lake Ontario. But you go a little farther north and you get into some ice. We had that earlier, the freezing rain. The blue, this is all snow that's coming down, and it's become quite icy and treacherous on the roads between, let's say, Belleville up towards Ottawa, or Brockville, I should say, towards Ottawa. Ottawa, I've just heard, all bus transportation has been canceled for schools in Ottawa. The schools remain open. That's usually the case. But it also means that most kids don't get there, doesn't it? Okay, so here's our freezing rain warnings. They extend all the way into Quebec, including Montreal. However, the freezing rain that's north and west of Toronto up towards Owen Sound, this warning will likely come to an end before areas to the east will, because the system is progressing eastward. So again, these are our type maps showing what kind of precip we forecast will fall. So there's the snow to the north. There's that line of freezing rain. It will include Montreal a little bit later in the day. Temperatures are on the rise. Snow is falling right now in Yarmouth. By the way, we're going to be checking in with Shelley Steeves in Moncton this morning, see how things are going there, because this system is progressing into the Maritimes. Widespread winter storm warning in place across much of Quebec. Combination of the snow and the wind as well. We've got wind warnings in place. Traditional areas, Wreck House, Highlands of Cape Breton. We've got a rainfall warning for southern Nova Scotia, and we're talking about 20 to 30 millimeters of rain. Now, I suspect that the snow will come down for quite a while before it changes over to rain. This is showing the gusty winds. The darker the color, the stronger the winds. And then eventually, that snow will change to rain in the south. I'll have more in your long range.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by Subway Restaurants.
So the system moves east, and as it does, it begins to clear out behind it in the Maritimes. So as I mentioned, Nova Scotia starting off as snow, changing over to rain eventually. But in between that, you can expect freezing rain and ice pellets. Rain-snow mix likely for much of central and eastern Newfoundland, the west. Primarily snowfall, but messy nonetheless on Saturday. Little system moves into the Great Lakes, and that's snow for you. Strong winds, too. It'll be blowing around. It won't be particularly frigid, and the snow won't be accumulating all that much, but unsettled nonetheless. Late day system for BC, pretty quiet across the prairies and mild as we get into Sunday in southern Alberta, popping up to about 8 degrees in Calgary. Another little system over the Great Lakes, another system in the Maritimes and Newfoundland. You don't really see a good clearing until about Tuesday, but Monday's looking pretty decent. There's those flurries over the lakes again and showers on the BC coast, but not heavy amounts of rain. Fair skies again across the prairies on Tuesday. Stay with us. We've got the latest snow emergency.
This long-range forecast has been brought to you